let's talk about the Dodgers for a second. What's happening at the LA Dodgers is extremely interesting. And when I say extremely interesting, I think our next boycott is the LA Dodgers. It's a little bit different than a corporate boycott of Bud Light or of Target, because not everyone goes to the Dodger games, right? You have to be in the area to do that, or at least going to a baseball game. And that's not an every consumer type of activity like Bud Light was or like Target is. But when the Dodgers invite this group of transgender strippers that blaspheme the Catholic Church and Christianity, dressing up like some grotesque, perverted version of nuns, you didn't hear very much from the players on the team that were Christian. And we said last week, like, listen, consumers have a lot of power, but the only people that have more power than the consumers in the case of professional sports are the players. And we called for the players on the Dodgers team to speak up. There's been a couple. There's been one player who said, listen, we're going to host 2 weeks after this. We're going to host a Faith and Family Day at Dodger Stadium. And we were like, nope, that's actually worse, because you're then pandering to Christians who 2 weeks beforehand you were ridiculing and honoring a group that's their entire goal is to hate Christians. So that doesn't count. I'm sorry, that's just not enough. But we have Trevor Williams of the Washington Nationals, who is doing the right thing. He's actually demonstrating exactly what MLB players should be doing. He's blasting the LA Dodgers for violating their own non-discrimination policy by their invitation to honor the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. So this is what he said on Twitter, and you can see this on the screen. He said, as a devout Catholic, I am deeply troubled by the Dodgers' decision to reinvite and honor the group, the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, at their Pride Night this year. A Major League Baseball game is a place where people from all walks of life should feel welcomed, something I greatly respect and support. This is the purpose of different themed nights hosted by the organization, including Pride Night. To invite and honor a group that makes a blatant and deeply offensive mockery of my religion and the religion of over 4 million people in Los Angeles County alone undermines the values of respect and inclusivity that should be upheld by any organization. Creating an environment in which one group feels celebrated and honored at the expense of another is counterproductive and wrong. It is a clear violation of the Dodgers' discrimination policy, which explicitly states that any conduct or attire at the ballpark that is deemed to be indecent or prejudice against any particular group or religion is not tolerated. It seems that the Dodgers have made an exception in this case, doubling down that this group, which grossly disrespects and openly mocks many of the traditions and beliefs that Catholics hold most dear, should be celebrated. I believe it is essential for the Dodgers to reconsider their association with this group and strive to create an inclusive environment that does not demean or disrespect the religious beliefs of any fan or employee. I also encourage my fellow Catholics to reconsider their support of an organization that allows this type of mockery of its fans to occur. I know I am not alone in my frustration, hurt, and disappointment about this situation. As Catholics, we look to Jesus Christ and the way he was treated, and we realize that any suffering in this world unites us to him in the next. And that, my friends, is how a professional athlete should respond when they're associated, even though he's not on the LA Dodgers team, he's on the Washington Nationals team. This is how professional athletes should respond. They should encourage their own fans to boycott. And that's what Christians should do. Christians of all denominations should refuse to patronize the LA Dodgers as long as the LA Dodgers is willing to honor a group that hates us, that's bigoted towards us. They're honoring this group exactly as Trevor Williams said, at the expense of another. There is no characteristic or quality or belief that our society would tolerate honoring one group at the expense of another, except when it's anti-Christian bigotry.